solutions are all about AI-powered practical tech, data down to earth. They use machine learning to build accurate database systems that make sense of real-world scenarios. It's sci-fi without the fi. Less guesswork leading to improved accuracy and better lives. By refining the way our world's information is processed and applied, they strive to shape a brighter tomorrow. Next on stage, Human.
I'm Mark, and I'm here to tell you about Humn, a company that I founded with Peter, Chris, and Alberto in 2018. And what we're doing is we're building the insurance operating system for ground transport. Now, in 2019, we came to, well, a slightly different venue. It was round, but to DIA. And we brought with us a novel approach to pricing commercial motor. We were a fledgling insurtech with a great idea, and what we've done since then is executed our plan. So since 2019, we've raised over £20 million of funding. We've grown our team, some of them over there, from 6 people to more than 90 people while maintaining a global remote operating model. We have built an MGA in the UK on top of our data platform, and currently we have over £30 million of gross written premium while delivering really market-beating loss ratios. We've also completed and integrated our first acquisition, and we are running pilots with OEMs and mobility platforms to show how we can embed our operating system within these platforms and host third-party carrier and MGA's pricing to deliver dynamic pricing and risk management as a service. So let me show you how we do that. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to demonstrate the user experience that we provide for our fleet customers. What our platform does is we use a very sophisticated geospatial risk model and real-time driving events to deliver dynamic pricing for insurance. But what we give to our fleet customers is a very clear, very clean way of looking at their risk in real time. So what we can see here, and the first thing that happens when they log on is we provide them with the safety score and the trend in the safety score. Now, the key thing about our safety score is it's actually linked to exposure. And we price that exposure as well. So the higher the safety score, the lower the exposure, and therefore the premium changes. And what you can see here over time is how we've created a bonus-malus model on this data to discount or potentially load the premium. And this is the basis of our dynamic pricing. Now, what we have here as well is the ability to understand which drivers are impacting premium and how to improve. So really what we really want to do is provide a clean user experience for our fleet customers to manage their risk. And that's what we're doing here. So from this point, they can drill into either vehicles or drivers. Now, bear this in mind because I'm going to show you something a little later about how we manage risk, how we track what people are doing on the platform, and then how we encourage them into the right areas to manage the risk, drive their exposure down, and therefore pay less for their premiums. We also have a view on claims and also the main events within the overall fleet, which are driving the safety score up or down. So let me quickly take you into a view of the drivers. So when we click on drivers, what we do is we pull up a list of all of the drivers on the platform, and we categorize them into bands. So we have poor score, fair score, and good score. And for this demo fleet, well, there are no poor drivers, clearly, because they're managing their risk. But we can filter out into drivers within, let's say, the fair score band. Now, what we see here is we can see distance driven, the number of weeks in the zone, and key events impacting this score. We also see the individual driver safety score here. and then the premium year to date, as well as the vehicle that they might be checked into. From this point, we're able to manage drivers. We can check them in and out of vehicles. This can be done either from from our console. It can also be done programmatically via an API. If we drill into let's find the right one. If we drill into the driver here, this gives us an individual view of each driver on the platform. Now, what we're tracking here is whether they're improving or not. We're also able to link the score to the premium for the individual driver and whether it's loaded or discounted. So as you can see, this driver is achieving at sometimes a loading on their premium, at sometimes a discount, and in aggregate, we are able to determine per driver, based on all of the trips that they've been doing, the premium for the period. So if we look at the period, this is over the last 3 months. We can go to 30 days, for example, and we can look at the premium they're paying over 30 days. We're also able to access all of the journeys this driver's undertaken here. Now, this is continuously tracked in real time on the platform, and when we drill into each of these journeys, we can understand the events within these journeys and how those are impacting the score. So all we're surfacing here is the risky events and giving the fleet risk manager the tools to actually fundamentally change behaviors. And what you see here is someone who tends to go around roundabouts really fast or take corners really fast. They're able to get these insights, and I'm going to show you how we actually make that very simple. It's going to be and this is our new user experience. It's going to be in the slightly older user experience, but we create reports for the fleet risk managers to review. At this point, you can also check the driver in and out of a vehicle, and then when we click into vehicles, we get a view of the fleet. Now, this is great. What you can see is it's live. That vehicle's moving. Well, it's just stopped. But there you go. And here we can see whether the vehicles are stationary and whether they're on cover or not. And we click into any one of these vehicles, and we can pull up the information around this vehicle. We can see who the driver is linked to this vehicle. We have all of the data around that vehicle. And when we look at the drivers, we can see all the previous drivers who have been in this vehicle. And we also have MOT info and the tax info linked to this vehicle. Now, what's really interesting is when we look at premiums, this is the view that that really looks at what's happening within the policy, and we can look at it from over a period of whatever you like. So effectively, you can look at your bill for the last 30 days. What we see here is the total annual premium, which is estimated, the maximum for this fleet. And then we also show them what they could pay if they implement all of the risk management. Now, when we look at the premiums, what you'll see here is they're individualized for each driver. And when you click into any one of these drivers, what we have here is the individual transactions for every single journey, which are all rolled up into the premium for the driver for the period, and then that's all rolled up into the bill for the period for the fleet. So how does this work? When you look at these individual transactions, what you're seeing here is a combination of the distance, driving events, so risky driving events along that journey, and then the variable premium for that journey. What you're also seeing here is whether that particular journey achieved a discount or a loading based on the factors extracted from our geospatial risk model and the live driving events at the point in time. So let me just quickly take you to another section in our old user experience, because I wanted to show you at the driver level how we create driver reviews for the fleet manager to have conversations, meaningful conversations with their drivers. And it's as simple as clicking a button and choosing a period, and then the platform pulls together all of the information that you need to have that conversation. I'm running slightly over time, and the other one thing I did want to show you is within our geospatial risk model, what we've done is we've actually extended it to replicate the operational design domain for autonomous vehicles. And what I wanted to show you here is how we are using this to build a dynamic pricing product for autonomous vehicles. And here you're seeing sensor fusion, the risk prediction based on the operational design domain, and then the vehicle control in real time from the control systems of the autonomous vehicle. So what we've gone is from 2019, the past, to the present, and now the future. Our team is at our booth, and so please feel free to come and visit us, and we can talk to you about how we build this product, how we deliver this product, and what we're doing from the AV perspective. So thank you very much, and I'll see you at the booth. Thank you.